Hi, welcome to the Gamesplainer. I'm Jeff the Gamesplainer, and today I'm Gamesplaining Kingdom Builder. Kingdom Builder is a 2 to 4 player game. It becomes 2 to 5 player when you add in any of the expansions. But it's a 2 to 4 player game designed by Donald X. Vaccarino, who you may remember from Dominion and many other things, but Dominion's his main claim to fame. On the box it says 45 minutes. That can depend on how prone to analysis paralysis AP the rest of your players are. But yes, it does go through very quickly. You have very limited amounts of choice in what you're doing. But within that choice, there are strict guidelines, and so therefore you are pushed to have to make a lot of decisions. Why am I gamesplaining a game from 2012? That's 5 years ago. Everyone's played it by now. Well, there's another expansion coming out fairly soon. I'm really looking forward to it. I have the... Where are they? I have the expansions just here. I'm looking forward to getting the other one, and I think that the expansions really add some really great elements to this game and just shift the way you manipulate the game around. So many people, I've seen so many people speaking negatively of this game and disliking this game. It's not as heavy as something like Vinyos or Nations or most of the games back here. But it can work as a quite quick little filler. I found that people who dislike this game, and there seem to be quite a lot of them, are people who haven't quite grasped the complexity of the thought process that goes behind the game, of what you actually need to do. And the problem is they've got themselves caught into a spot really early on usually by their first decision. That first decision can make or break a game. If you watch both of the videos, the second one's a playthrough. And I haven't edited it yet, but there's a point where you're going to get to it and go, this guy's got zero hope. Spoiler alert, sorry. This particular colour is not going to win the game. It becomes very obvious very quickly. And that's simply because of a choice that was made right on that first turn. I've played against people or played with people on this game where they've made a choice to hold some territory right in the corner near where they're sitting, rather than actually looking at the whole board and going, okay, what do I actually need to do here? Because in essence, all you're doing is you get a card that tells you a terrain type, and you have to place 3 of your buildings on that terrain type, all touching each other, next to each other when possible. But the game is won or lost on understanding that rule, that placement rule, and how to manipulate the placement rule. So sometimes, depending on what your final endgame scoring cards are about, sometimes you're going to want to have lots of little settlements all over the board. Sometimes you're going to have one massive one. So if you've got a massive one, you want to build in a spot where you're going to be able to expand into territories that are really close to you. If you want lots of little ones, then going into the spots where 3 buildings will fill up a space enables you to, when that terrain type comes up again, to jump to somewhere else on the board. Being aware that water is usually not able to be built on, so that could actually lock you off if you're trying to join things together. That understanding, it tends to be the thing that, if it's missed, which is very easily missed in the first game, if that's missed, you get stuck into a spot and you just can't get out of it, and you actually end up just having a horrible game because you're sitting there knowing that you're not doing well, knowing that you've got zero chance at really being competitive, and you're just kind of moving through your turn. I think that's the biggest downfall in this game, to be honest with you, is being able to see who's not going to win. I haven't played these expansions heaps, or for a very long time, so I can't actually remember. But I have a feeling they actually fix that up a little bit, so it's worthwhile having a look into those as well. Having said that, it's quite an intricate little puzzle, and it's quite a good game. I really enjoy it. I think it deserves better attention than it's been getting. I think it deserves not to have people bashing it so negatively. And there's a lot of negativity about this game because they think there's just not enough choice. And the reality is you need to manipulate the limited choice that you have in order to do well. That's my thoughts on this game. It's fairly understandable. There's a couple of wording things in the rules on the base game that become a little bit... could be read incorrectly with just the way they talk about areas of the board. So the sections are... or the segments, there's 4 of those. And those boards change, by the way, in each game. So just wordings like that, just kind of working out exactly what they're talking about. But the rulebook has little pictures which points to things, so it usually explains it really well. If you can then read the words and then go to the pictures to get a better grasp of what they're talking about. I haven't gone into the in-depth rules of the bonus chits and the endgame cards because while there's not heaps, there's no point in going into all that on a Gamesplain. What you need is just, this is the information at the table, this is what you need to know, let's play. The quicker you can get this game playing, the better off you're going to be. If you can get people onto a second game, they'll usually have a better understanding because you really do need to see how this one runs to be able to get a grasp of it. So I do encourage you to go through and watch the second video so you can see it being played. You can see how the choices affect the overall game. I think that's about it for now. I hope this helps you get Kingdom Builder to the table. I hope this gives you an idea of Kingdom Builder if you don't already have it, so you can make a choice of grabbing onto that base game or the big box as that new expansion comes out. If you have any comments or suggestions, please write them below. Subscribe to my videos so you can keep up to date with the games I'm gamesplaining. One's coming out every week. I hope you're enjoying them. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at The Gamesplainer to see what games I've been playing. If you've got any games that you wish to be gamesplaying, please shoot me an email at thegamesplainer@gmail.com. And until next time, enjoy gaming.